Could you say who you are? Well, my name's Hassan. I'm from Slough. I've been trained, recently trained on the Prevent program, and I've delivered training to teachers, and it was very good actually. It actually changed my views about Prevent. I think a gap still remains, I believe, and I'd invite your comments on that, is the preachers of hate. We need to engage in debate, open public debate with those scholars of hate. I say this from experience because I stood for Parliament 10 years ago, and the Al-Muhajirun at that time, they had put myself and other Muslims standing on their mugshots and calling us unbelievers. So I actually issued a challenge to the then leader at that time, Omar Bakri Mohammed, to debate publicly, but they actually backed down, and I know why. So that's the only way you're going to reach out to those people who will fall through the net. And I suppose I'll be very quick. Third point, as a question, is I'm trying to engage with some of the extremist groups in Slough, such as Hezbollah Tahrir, and apparently in a meeting, which I didn't attend, but wanted to attend to talk about Prevent, was apparently the speaker said that the government can actually monitor the phones, text messages. If there are words such as Bismillah or Allah, then you can be monitored. Can you provide some clarification on what the intelligence services can and cannot do?
I don't think this is the right forum to go into the legislation that governs the right to seek authority to gather intelligence on electronic communications. I do think that there should be some reassurance generally that this is an area of extreme scrutiny and oversight and governance, not only internally through the police service, but through the Office of Surveillance Commission. I know it is subject to Home Affairs Select Committee scrutiny regularly, and I had the pleasure of giving evidence at one of those a number of years ago in terms of the balance and checks that we have to go through. We do not simply routinely scan telephone, email communications by the use of keywords. It is far more intelligence-led, and it has to be an evidenced approach to requesting consideration for us to do that. So I think, whilst I might not be the best person as a senior police officer to be giving you that reassurance, let me please attempt to give you that reassurance that there are a number of series, balances and checks that we have to go through, and a huge degree of scrutiny, not only internally but also during any judicial process that follows as well.
And the point about high-level engagement, debate with those preachers to reach those who we cannot reach.
Sorry.
Can you say that again? High-level
engagement. So what I said was we need to debate, have an open debate with those preachers of hate, because that's the only way we're going to reach those people we cannot reach.
I think Stuart's going to come on to that. Unless you've got anything further you want to say, I'll leave that to you.
I think all three questions are interesting and actually in many ways are linked. The hate preachers, I think there is a bar where you do have to recognise perhaps you shouldn't engage with them. I'm all for open debate and challenge, but I think that there are arenas where that's appropriate and arenas where that's not, and particularly civil society platforms or public sector spaces like university campuses, because yes, there is a duty for academic freedom and freedom of speech, but they also have a duty under equality legislation to provide an environment free from discrimination and the safety of their students, and that's a difficult balance, and they have to strike that, and I think there are points where some high-level hate breaches cross that line, and they have to think of the security of their students. So I think, and really, I think if it were a different arena, far-right neo-Nazi activists, would we have this? Would we be having this discussion? Would people be saying we do need to have them onto university campuses, or they do need to speak in mosques or other institutions? We need to hear their views. I think in other arenas we allow a high level of social appropriation, and that's what we want to see.
No, it's not to hear their views; it's actually to expose them.
Well,
but in certain cases, I think that in certain venues there are also conflicting risks of public safety, and those are the risks that have to be managed.
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to ask.